Previously on the practice.
What? There's a head in the bag.
It's the woman I met at the bar last night.
What are you doing with her head?
Somebody put it in there.
George Vogelman, you are under arrest for the murder of Susan Robin.
The guy who killed your girlfriend is not George Vogelman. Part of their case is the notion that Susan could never have gone off on some one-nighter. Can you think of anything that can explain why she would?
I had been a little unfaithful to Susan.
As I said to your dad, I'm convinced they got the wrong guy. That means that this thing was either a mission to frame George Vogelman or somebody was after your sister. Is it possible that your sister could have kept some part of her life secret?
She did spend a lot of time on the internet.
Your guy was last seen with her. He had her head. If George Vogelman didn't do it, he certainly represents reasonable doubt for whoever did.
What do you say?
They're not going to reopen the investigation.
I don't give orders to the police on how to investigate their case.
I'm asking you to order them to investigate, period.
Well, I can't order them to keep looking if they're convinced they have the killer. If their thinking is suspect, we have the device to deal with that. We call it the trial.
Jay, I really appreciate your willingness to testify.
I'm not going to be that much help, Miss Frutt. Can't say I think your client is innocent.
I know, but you are the only one who can supply a possible reason why your girlfriend would have gone to a motel with George Vogelman.
I'm not crazy about helping the guy who killed my sister.
All we're asking is that you talk about the internet thing.
I can't.
Dr. Roberts, you know George Vogelman better than anybody.
But I wouldn't be able to say that I truly know him. I see him at work. Look, his being arrested for this crime, it's hurt the whole office. I really don't want to step into a witness chair and associate our medical corporation with
He was an usher at your wedding.
And I couldn't imagine him doing what they're accusing him of. But nor could I imagine his taste for pornography or his going home from bars with strangers. At best, all I could testify to is that I thought I knew him.
Even his friends have pulled away.
What have you got?
No history of violence, reputation for honesty, came forward on his own volition.
Loner.
Advertises in the personals. Likes porno.
Keeps to himself.
All right.
How many friends or associates you talk to?
Dozen, maybe more.
Anybody say they really knew the guy? I mean, completely?
No.
Great.
Okay, this is what I think. They go to the motel, then this woman rejected him at the wrong time. Maybe he felt sexually humiliated or whatever. This is the ultimate ridicule. And then he snapped.
Chopped off her head.
Now, what's he gonna do? He's got no chance of getting away with it. He's got a better shot at making it look like he was framed.
So he sticks her head in his medical bag and the big show begins.
Loner.
Foot doctor.
He did it.
Got mad, lost his head.
The loner.
Is that it? Anything else?
There's...
You keep your head up, George. Don't be shaking it. No, no, no. Just keep your head up. They're going to tell their story, and then we're going to get to tell ours.
Okay.
Bathroom? Anybody need to go?
All set. I went.
Okay.
Last seen with her. Her severed head was in his possession. Her blood was in his car. As our case will show, there is not one piece of physical or testimonial evidence that points to anybody other than George Vogelman. That's because George Vogelman gruesomely, hideously murdered Susan Robin. It's not even a question.
Sometimes how things look are not how they are. And there's a reason we bother with the trial. All we ask is that you be objective and you pay close attention to everything you hear.
Mr. Tisbury.
Commonwealth calls Helen Gamble to the stand.
His attorneys called and asked me to come down to their offices.
Why did they call you, Miss Gamble?
One of the attorneys there is my roommate, another one I've dated.
So they figured in you they'd get a sympathetic district attorney.
I don't think they were expecting special treatment. They wanted to surrender a client and hoped I could help them do it quietly.
Did they tell you any details about the case?
No, they simply asked me to come to the offices. They said it was serious.
So you went?
Yes.
And what happened after you got there?
They took me into a room and informed me that their client had a human head in his medical bag.
How did you respond?
I thought they were joking. Then they pointed to the bag.
Is this the bag?
Yes.
Mark and identify, Your Honor.
Marked, Exhibit 1.
And what happened next, Ms. Gamble?
They asked me to look in the bag.
And did you?
Yes.
And what did you see?
A human head.
Now, Miss Gamble, if I could...
You gotta be kidding me.
Objection!
Counsel, is what's in that cooler what I think it is?
Chain of custody, Your Honor.
I object to that.
In chambers, counsel. Members of the jury, 10 minutes. Let's go.
Just bringing that thing in is grounds for a mistrial.
You want a mistrial on the first witness, Eleanor?
That's a stunt to inflame the jury.
Would it be all right if I talk? It better be good.
Your Honor, the fact that this is so grotesque, it's relevant.
How?
He had it in his bag. Anybody who could carry something like that around, it's evidence of the kind of psychotic mind that goes with the very crime.
First of all, he didn't know it was in his bag.
Even under your theory, he didn't do it. He knowingly had it in his bag for more than 3 hours before he called.
Because he panicked.
You make your arguments, I'll make mine. Your Honor, they'll be saying he behaved like an innocent man. As soon as he saw it, he called the police. Well, that's not what he did. He carried it back to his car, drove to his lawyer's office, carried it up the elevator.
You can introduce all that without bringing the head into
He
court.
wants to horrify the jury, Your Honor. That's...
I maintain that's relevant. A reasonable person would be horrified. A reasonable person would repulse and not even approach the bag again, much less pack it up, go to the car.
Counsel.
It's legitimate for the jury to experience some of the horror so they can assess what's a reasonable reaction under the circumstances.
The head is inadmissible.
I want him sanctioned in open court, Your Honor. The cooler alone...
Why don't you just be satisfied with my ruling and leave it there?
That's just ice settling.
He then gave me the address of the motel that he and the victim had gone to.
And did you go there?
Yes, along with Detective McCrew and Attorney Frutt. We went there and discovered the body.
Mr. Vogelman cooperated at all times, did he not?
Yes, he did.
In fact, the only reason you or the police know a crime had even been committed is because Mr. Vogelman came forward.
That's true.
And blood scrapings from the floorboards of his car.
Exact genetic match with the victim.
They seemed friendly at the bar, but there was nothing sexual going on.
Did they leave your bar together, sir?
No, he left, and then she left about 10 or 15 minutes later.
My daughter was not a promiscuous woman.
Well, even if she would go to a bar, which I guess she did, I could never see her going back to a motel with some guy she just met. Plus...
Plus what?
Sorry, but he's kind of old and not very good looking.
The only samples in the room belonged to the victim or the defendant.
So if somebody else did go in there...
It had to be immaculate.
It's happened? Murders leaving behind no physical evidence whatsoever? It has happened?
Yes, but the odds of
It's happened, yes or no, Detective?
Yes.
And Detective, you're familiar with a serial killer known as the Poet?
We don't believe that
the question
Poet
is, are you familiar with a serial killer known as the Poet?
Yes.
Again, yes or no. This person decapitates his victims, yes or no?
Yes.
But you ruled him out.
The Poet severs the hands as well and leaves the head behind. He doesn't take it with him.
It's gone as well as can be expected.
This is going well? Even I'm beginning to think I'm guilty.
Look, everything they put in, we were ready for. It's not like they put up some surprise witness that said you've done some strange things to cats or something. George, you know what I mean. We've expected all of this testimony. It's not that it's not damaging, but there haven't been any surprises.
So what now?
We might want to rest. Rest? Well, think about it. All they've proven is two things. He was with her, he had her head.
Pretty good proof, ask me.
No weapon, no eyewitness. They tied him to a corpse, not a crime.
Still, you can't rest on that.
Look, I'm not saying it's the thing to do, but let's face it. What do we have? Nice guy? Maybe we should just say to the jury, hey, we were ready to put on the defense, but since they didn't make their burden, we don't need to.
That is such a risk.
We already sprinkled on the idea of the poet.
Internet, maybe a stalker?
You can't rest.
Pretty lame.
I don't know.
Eugene, he looks completely guilty. You can't just get up and say they didn't make their burden. That's stupid.
Well, maybe we could say he involuntarily cut her head off 5 times.
Oh, that's real funny.
Call me stupid?
I didn't call you stupid. I said it would be stupid to rest.
All right. Eleanor, what do you think?
Well, I see Eugene's point, but I don't think a jury is going to let him go on a burden of proof thing. I think our best defense is George. He's honest, and he plays honest.
If George didn't do it, then who?
It's not our job to answer that question.
Well, I realize this, but it's the question I keep asking, and the jury's going to be asking it back in that room.
You tell me. I'm not going to advance a theory that I can't support. Hold on. First thing I can do.
If I understand your thinking on this, Eleanor, the police basically stopped looking. That should be your defense. The only reason we don't know who else, if not George, is because the police never asked that question. That's what you have to key on.
The guy had her head in his bag. We're going to put the police on trial for not asking
who
who else.
The police on trial?
You guys are playing games. At the end of the day, he had her head. That's got nothing to do with any faulty investigation. He had her head.
So tell us what to do, Einstein.
You know something, Lindsay? You've been bitchy a lot.
He's right. You can't be playing reasonable doubt games. I agree with Jimmy.
I'm a bitch?
On his defense there, you have to defend George. You can't be attacking the police.
We got to do both. We got to put George up, let him be as convincing as he can be, and we got to open the door to other possibilities.
Excuse me. Hello. Boyfriend lives alone. Brother, big house.
So?
So, the murder took place between 1 and 3 a.m. Why weren't they considered?
They were checked out. They're both choir boys.
Yeah, but still, no official alibi if everyone's asleep. Why not plan B them? They're going to testify anyway.
What's plan B?
It might be worth a try.
Give them a soft plan B.
What's plan B? Well, talk about a risk.
You got any better ideas?
All right, but first, we have to be sure it won't backfire.
Plan B, soft, for both.
Comb every report. Make sure it's really available.
They both gave statements.
Dissect them.
You take the boyfriend, I got the brother.
What the hell is plan B?
Basically, it means we point the finger at other people. It's very dangerous because normally when the defense starts hatching theories of their own, the jury can shift the burden back to us, which we definitely do not want.
And when you say soft?
Our soft plan B is we do it more gently. Instead of accusing, it's more like what-ifing. It's less likely to alienate the jury, but it's a risky strategy.
Well, then why do it?
Because we don't have much else to go with. What?
The things that I've been reading about myself in the papers. I'm not a big fan of accusing people falsely.
George, this is a murder trial here. You're the defendant. First, I want to thank you for testifying, Jay. And second, I want to convey my sympathy. You were Susan Robbins' boyfriend?
Yes,
And you loved her.
I did.
Jay, we've heard a lot of testimony to the effect that it was uncharacteristic for Susan to have gone to a bar alone, and especially to a motel with a man she had just met. Would you agree with that testimony?
Yes.
I know this is a difficult question, and I thank you in advance for your honesty. But you do know of a reason why she may have behaved uncharacteristically that night, don't you?
A possible reason.
Could you share that with us?
Susan had discovered me with another woman the day of her death.
So it could have been she went to a bar and then to a motel with another man out of hurt, as a way of lashing back?
I don't think she would do that. I really don't, but I can't exclude the possibility, no.
Jay, do you have any information on Susan's death?
No.
You were home when this happened? Asleep?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Could I confer with counsel 1 second?
Make it fast.
Jimmy interviewed one of the cops. This guy supposedly was on the phone with the other woman till 2 in the morning.
Why wasn't that in the report?
I don't know, but you can't plan B him. We'll get clipped.
What about the brother?
Still a shot there. I hope.
Okay, Jay, that's all I have. Nothing further, Your Honor.
What happened?
He had an alibi. Look, it still went okay. Any idea that you maybe abducted her, we put a dent in that.
These are very small victories, it seems.
Anything new on the brother? At all?
No.
I'd go hard.
What? And look like a monster?
I will soften it on close. Go for him.
Something about somebody on a chat line. That's all she said.
Somebody she was having a relationship with on the internet?
She didn't really give details. My sister and I weren't too close lately.
Well, why was that?
Well, since my father had become ill, there was a lot of tension. I had a business that failed and had moved back home. She didn't think that was helping my dad's stress level. It was just family stuff. The point is, we didn't share a lot of intimate secrets.
Steve, do you think this stuff, your dad's illness, your business problems, could they have added to your sister's stress level?
I'm sure they did.
Maybe caused her to go to a bar just to have a drink, talk to somebody?
That I don't know.
You didn't know she'd gone to a bar?
Me? No.
Or to a motel with Mr. Vogelman?
No. How would I have known that?
Well, you know if you'd followed her.
What?
Did you follow your sister that night?
Objection.
Excuse me?
Permission to treat this witness as hostile, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
This witness is the brother of the victim. Permission to treat him as hostile.
Go ahead.
This business failure of yours, did you incur any debt?
Is there an offer of proof?
Sit down, Mr. Tisbury.
How much money did you lose, Steve?
About $300,000.
You owe this amount to people?
I had investors, yes.
Your father, he has liver cancer, isn't that right?
Yes.
He was diagnosed with about 8 months to live?
Yes.
According to his will, if you know, who inherits his estate?
I guess me.
You guess you. You're the sole beneficiary.
Yes.
But if your sister was still alive, then there'd be 2 beneficiaries, wouldn't there?
What are you saying?
I'm saying that it works out well for you having your sister die before your dad.
Objection.
What? If she'd outlived him, then the estate goes sideways, maybe split.
Objection.
All right. Mr. Young?
This witness has testified to his estrangement with his sister. He has testified to his debt. He is also the only one to serve up the internet red herring, perhaps to use as a safety net in case suspicion ever fell to him.
Move to strike all of that.
I am entitled to question this witness.
Go ahead.
Anybody with you the night of your sister's murder, Steve?
I was home. My father was home.
Were you home before your father went to bed?
No.
When did you get home?
Probably around midnight.
Did he see you come in?
He goes to bed at 10.
Ever take any medication for depression, Steve?
Objection.
Overruled.
You ever take any medication for a mental condition, Steve?
I take lithium.
For depression?
Yes.
Did you murder your sister and frame George Vogelman?
Objection.
Did you follow her to the bar, then go to the motel?
Objection.
Overruled.
It was the perfect opportunity, wasn't it? You could get George Vogelman's address by running down his plates. After he leaves the motel, you go inside, make yourself a sole beneficiary, and then go to plant the head in George's car. You see the bag and think, even better. Wipe out a debt and sibling rivalry all in a night's work.
That's sick!
Did the police ever question you in connection with your sister's death?
Of course they didn't.
They never even brought you down for questioning?
No, they did not.
Maybe you pulled off the perfect crime, Steve.
Objection.
Sustained.
Maybe you were that good.
Objection.
Mr. Young.
Withdrawn. It's a shame. Well, the jury either really hates us...
Or we created some doubt. I think you did great.
Eleanor, the kid lost his sister. I just accused him of killing her. Meanwhile, his dad is dying. Do not try to make me feel good.
Cheers, man.
Is it possible he could have done it?
That's not important. What is you're up next.
Okay.
George, you've got to just speak the truth from your heart. If the jury can see you for who you really are, they will have to question whether you could have done this. And remember, you cannot say anything that goes to your character. We cannot open that door. We cannot give them any chance to introduce those porno videos.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to look at the jury. You've got nothing to hide.
Right.
Okay. I'll see you after lunch.
It's in his hands now.
He'll be fine.
You asked us to trust you. My boy got up because you convinced him to honor the truth.
Mr. Robin, I got an innocent man about to go down for a crime he didn't commit.
Eugene? Eugene?
You just stole my son's innocence. You're garbage.
You'll need to come with us. Ow!
Last one. I can freeze it some more.
It's okay.
Excuse me.
I'm Lucy Hatcher. I have new clothes for him. He's due back in court.
Can you wait outside?
Sure. Wow. You just bashed your head in for calling his son the killer?
Something like that.
Make sure you tell him to rub vitamin E on. It'll help with the scar.
Thank you. You know, you really could wait outside.
Sure. Eleanor says it's a half hour till George.
And when I opened my bag, there it was.
Her head?
Yes.
And what did you do next?
First, I went into a little shock. Then I came to you, my lawyer. And together we went to the police.
Do you know of anybody who would want to incriminate you like this?
No.
George, you have to know how this looks. Can't you tell us anything?
All I can tell you is, I didn't kill this woman. We made love. I left. And she was alive.
Why didn't you go back to your place? Why a motel?
My place wasn't very impressive. Or neat.
You leave a bar after midnight with a woman you just met. You're worried about neatness?
Yes.
So you said, let's go to a motel, and she said yes. A 23-year-old, beautiful woman. She said, sure.
That's what happened.
And after you made love, why'd you leave? Why not spend the night?
I had a very early morning at work.
Anybody see you leave the motel?
Not that I know of.
Anybody see you when you got home?
Not that I know of.
Anybody you know of who could testify that it's against your character to kill a person?
Objection. Sustained.
Mr. Vogelman, basically, all you have to suggest your innocence is your word. Do you have any evidence or witnesses to corroborate your word is worth anything?
Objection, sidebar.
Step up.
He's trying to force us into character testimony so he can backdoor the videos on impeachment.
Any witness who takes the stand puts his truthfulness in issue. I'm entitled to cross.
Attack him on truthfulness if you want. But don't be asking what witnesses or evidence he has. Step back.
Mr. Vogelman, you married?
No.
Girlfriend?
No.
Have you ever had a girlfriend?
No.
Ever been in any relationship?
I've dated.
You've dated. How old are you, sir?
43.
43 years old, and you've never had a relationship.
Asked and answered.
Sustained.
What about high school, even? Did you go to your high school prom?
Objection.
Sustained. Let's keep things current, counsel.
Do you meet women through the personals?
Sometimes I do.
You sometimes go to bars, meet women there?
Yes.
Ever meet a woman on the internet? Ever meet a woman on the internet, Mr. Vogelman?
Yes.
Are you the man Susan Robin met on the internet?
No.
Did she go to that bar to meet you, the man on the internet?
No. I met her at the bar. I never communicated with her on the internet.
Just one last hypothetical, Mr. Vogelman, and then I'll be done. Say this woman meets a man on the internet. He maybe oversells himself just a little. She agrees to meet him. She's disappointed, rejects him. And this man, who's been rejected so many times, has finally had enough.
Objection. This is an argument, not a question.
Enough is enough, right, George?
Objection.
Sustained. Do you have any more questions, Mr. Tisbury?
No, Your Honor. I don't believe I do.
Counsel? Ms. Frutt?
Nothing, Your Honor.
The witness may step down.
Any ideas? I hate to rest on that.
Should we redirect?
I don't think so. It could get worse.
Maybe we...
What?
I have an idea. The defense recalls Helen Gamble. She's right back there.
Ms. Gamble, step up, please.
What are you doing?
Ms. Gamble, please take the stand. I remind you, you're still under oath.
What's going on?
You testified the reason we called you that day is because of your relationship with our office.
I assumed that was the reason you called me.
Well, does our office enjoy a certain trust with you?
I would think so.
And a candor?
Yes.
And in the spirit of that candor, did you and I have a conversation about this case last week?
Objection.
Overruled.
Did we talk about this case? Miss Gamble, did you and I discuss this case?
Briefly and generally.
And did you tell me that the police and the DA's office both just wanted a check solved in the little box next to...
Objection!
Overruled.
Let me speed things up. Did you basically tell me that given the publicity, a conviction is desperately needed here? That if anybody else were charged with this crime, your office would never get that conviction? Since George Vogelman having the head in his medical bag would guarantee reasonable doubt to whoever else was charged? And because of that, the police and the DA's office, on at least an unconscious level, might want to believe that George Vogelman is the killer and therefore not bother to look for anybody else? Did you share all that with me?
First, I have no direct information on this case. Second...
Please just respond.
I am responding. It was a long question, counsel.
Your Honor?
She can answer.
I never suggested or even hinted that somebody else besides George Vogelman committed this crime.
I didn't ask what you thought.
And I never suggested that the DA's office wasn't convinced of your client's guilt.
Did you say they might not want to look further? That it's easier to believe you've got the right guy when there's pressure to get a conviction?
I said sometimes it's been known to happen. I didn't say it happened here.
Yes, but you said it's been known to happen in a conversation about this case. Didn't you?
Again, I have no reason to believe that this particular investigation has been anything but proper and thorough.
Thank you. That was a good answer for the team.
Are you suggesting the investigation's tainted?
There was collusion between the police and the DA's office.
Got nothing to say right now.
Wait, Mike. that, Eleanor?
Helen, I'm sorry.
You just cut my legs out. Sorry. I tell you something in confidence and you ambush me in open court?
I had to make a choice. I had a duty to my client.
No good. You screwed me in this office for the last time.
I was backed into a...
That's crap.
She's right.
What was I gonna do? Tell George, hey, I could have saved you, but...
George isn't the only client in this firm.
No, Pearson is.
She's right, Eleanor. We need our credibility with every case, not just this one.
It's not something I planned to do.
But you did it! We have to rely on relationships with DAs a lot. Sometimes those off-the-cuff conversations make the difference. You think any DA down there is going to want to talk to us again?
So I should let George go down so we can preserve our invites to the Christmas parties?
Yes. Our dialogue with that office is more important than any one case.
I gotta deal with them on sentencing next week. I'm sure they'll be in great moods to...
Get over your professor, Lindsay. What did you do, sleep with the guy?
Hey, Eleanor.
I love it when girls fight. It's better than hockey.
Quiet, Lucy. Back up, Eleanor. Back up. You too. I don't care what the stakes are. If the DA has an off-the-record conversation with any of us, it stays off the record. Otherwise, it's like Lindsay says. We lose our credibility in every case.
I will tell that to the drowning man, that you're more concerned about the boat.
I am not talking to a drowning man, Eleanor. I am talking to you.
Let's everybody settle down a little. There's a lot of stakes for a lot of people. Tearing each other new armpits isn't going to help anybody.
Of course they had to arrest George Vogelman. The victim's head was in his possession. I don't blame the police for thinking he did it. How could they not? How could you not? But there's a reason nobody saw him commit the crime. There's a reason there was no weapon connected to him. He didn't do it. Who did? I don't know. You heard my co-counsel grill Susan Robbins' brother as a possible suspect. Well, let me admit a truth. We don't have any direct evidence to conclude the brother did it. If so, we certainly would have offered it. But he did have a motive. He was estranged from her. His debt, the will, his whereabouts at the time can't really be accounted for. He could have done it. The reason we can't know is because the police never bothered to check that out. Steve Robbins said himself that they never even questioned him. Imagine. He has motive, opportunity, no alibi, and they didn't even investigate him as a possibility. Why? Because the head was found in George Vogelman's medical bag. And Jay Hickman, Susan's boyfriend? I have no reason to believe that he killed her, but his whereabouts can't be accounted for either. Motive? Well, she was with another man in a motel. And just who was she talking to on the internet? There are a lot of questions left unanswered here because the police never really looked. You heard District Attorney Helen Gamble admit it's possible they didn't want to find anybody else because they needed to get a conviction on this. And the head, being in George Vogelman's bag, he was the only one they could possibly convict. Easier to stay with him and not complicated. Any evidence offered as to George Vogelman's motive? No. And why, if he is supposedly trying to get away with a crime, does he put the victim's head in a bag and go to the police with it? Does that make sense? And let's not forget about the poet, a known serial killer out there in the Boston area that has an MO for decapitating victims. Has anybody accounted for him? There are a lot of questions that need answering. Questions that were never asked or explored because this just seemed so simple. The head was in his bag. He must have done it. Well, he didn't. I have no doubt the prosecution needs that conviction. They surely do. But they are prosecuting the wrong man.
no evidence, not even microscopic, of anybody else being in that room except George Vogelman. Defense counsel gave us quite a show, didn't they? The brother did it. No, maybe it was the boyfriend. How about that serial killer? Forensics combed that room. There were saliva samples, fibers from clothing, semen, hair strands, fingerprints. They didn't go to a serial killer, or Susan Robbins' brother, or her boyfriend. They all belonged to George Vogelman. The man who says he went home alone. The man who sits there with no alibi. Yes, it was easy to conclude he did it. And on top of all the insurmountable evidence at the scene, he had the victim's head. My God, he decapitated a woman. And his lawyers have offered you nothing but spin as a defense. Did they put in one piece of physical or testimonial evidence? Anything at all exculpatory? No, just spin. He did it. No, he did it. Look there, over here. Don't forget that police conspiracy, collusion with the DA. And they expect you to let him go? They're not insulting your intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. They're assuming you just don't have any.
Got any predictions?
Innocent, guilty, or hung.
How long before?
There's no telling.
Eugene, could you excuse us a second?
Sure.
All the evidence is closed, right?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to tell you something. We both know I've always had some motive to tell you I'm innocent. It allowed you to let me testify. It allowed you to, I don't know, try harder. But now, the evidence being closed, it doesn't matter what I tell you. I didn't do it. When you looked at me a few months ago, you said you believed in me, but you couldn't fully trust yourself to believe in what you believe. You can trust yourself, Eleanor. You've been right all along. I didn't do it.
You know, in the future, if you're gonna hurl a book at someone, it should be at somebody your own size. She was about to flatten you.
I'll try to remember that.
And also, I'm a pretty good judge of character. Eleanor, I think normally she's peaceful. But when riled, she looks dangerous.
Well, maybe you should tell her that.
You think I'm crazy? I knew you were there.
I'm sorry what I said about Pearson.
I know. I'm sorry about the book.
Done a young Dolan Fred.
And I'm sorry about my intent to flatten. I know saying sorry isn't gonna cut it for Helen, but
I'll work on her.
guys. Verdict.
Will the defendant please rise? Mr. Foreman, the jury has reached a unanimous verdict.
We have.
What say you?
Commonwealth versus George Vogelman on the count of murder in the first degree. We find the defendant, George Vogelman, not guilty.
I'd never hear that.
The defendant is free to go.
Can you give us a statement? What do you think changed the jury for you? What are your plans? When do we expect?
Is it really over?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know really what to say. For so long.
Why do you keep defending this guy?
Because I like him, because he was my first client ever, and because he's innocent. I also have the time because I didn't get the asbestos business.
Funny.
Can I help you?
Dolores Kepler. I'd like to hire an attorney. The nastiest one you've got.
That would be Eleanor Frutt, but she just left. What's this regarding?
Divorce. I really don't want a woman. I want to... Well, dick is an offensive word, but it's the only one I can think of.
I know exactly what you're saying, and Eleanor Frutt's definitely what you're looking for.
Lucy.
Bobby. Hi, this is Dolores Kepler. This is Bobby Donald. She's looking to hire an attorney.
I heard. Hello.
Donald, you're the senior partner?
Yes.
Yeah, but he's not nearly as tough.
Lucy, we're not exactly divorce attorneys here.
I know, you're criminal. That's what I'm looking for. Down and dirty street fighters. My husband... Well, let's just say I want him to hurt, and I'm willing to pay for it.
Danny?
Hey, Bobby. Got a sec? Kind of important.
Sure. Mrs.
Kepler.
Jimmy, could you sit down with Mrs. Kepler?
Sure.
He doesn't look very mean to me.
You'd be surprised. Danny?
Hi, James Berluti. I'm in a little bit of a jam.
What's up?
Attorney-client?
Of course.
Long story short, woman named Jenny Raines. Girl, I should say. She's 16. Teenage hooker charged with murder.
Murder? Are you slumming in criminal law now?
You'll know why in a second. Jenny did not commit this crime. I know this because one of my biggest corporate clients was with her at the time.
Playing checkers?
Exactly. He's not willing to come forward. Instead, he comes to me, hires me to defend her. Evidently, he feels bad for her.
Cut to, I'm headed into trial today. A lot of money in it. Take a handoff?
For a trial starting today?
You'll get a continuance.
Danny.
I figure it's probably unethical for me to represent the girl and my client anyway.
Oh, just now you figured that out?
The case is circumstantial. I thought for sure it would go away.
And it didn't.
Like I said, I'm in a jam. Bobby, for old time's sake, bail me out. She needs...
How do you agree to even represent her?
Because she'd been stuck with some rookie PD, and my client wanted her taken care of.
Taken care of would be getting her an independent lawyer who might track your client down as a witness.
Look, she's better off with me than the PD. But you're the best I know.
Who's sitting?
Nelson.
Nelson? He's not going to give you a continuance?
If the DA agrees, he might.
Who's the DA?
Helen Gamble. I told him to meet me over here at court. All right, Lucy, if he does show up there, just tell him to get his ass down here quick before the judge issues a warrant, okay? Earl, hey.
Eleanor? Uh-oh. You've got that look.
What look?
Look of a defense attorney who's missing a client. Is he a no-show again?
He inserted his little missile into every orifice on her body. With me, he's a little flaccid piece of confetti. And suddenly, with his secretary, he becomes Stonehenge.
Could I stop you 1 second?
Yes.
The thing about no-fault divorce, blame doesn't become an issue.
I want it to.
Mrs. Kepler, these things come down to financial statements.
I want it to come down to more. Married 19 years. It has to come down to more.
And by more, you mean...
Pain. His. He needs to hurt.
Your Honor, we'd be asking for a warrant. It's already 10:30 and the defendant is not present.
Ms. Frett, any information on your client's whereabouts?
Well, Your Honor, if you could hold this case for just a few more minutes, I'm sure Mr. Sowers is on his way. He has to take 2 buses, and it's possible...
I think that an hour and a half is long enough to wait, even taking the pitfalls of public transportation into account. Last call for Sowers. Leonard Sowers.
Leonard?
I'm here.
He's here, Your Honor. He's been here all along.
Your motion is denied.
Your Honor, I just got this case.
I don't care. Mr. Rogers has had it for 3 months.
Mr. Rogers doesn't specialize in criminal law.
Well, he should have thought of that before now.
Your Honor, come on.
I'll give you the morning to get up to speed. After lunch, we go. Adjourned.
Grace.
Sorry, Bobby. You should probably meet with her.
What's going on, Leonard?
I'm not feeling too good. I need to get a continuance.
Okay, well, that's not going to happen. We talked about this. This is the 3rd time your case has been set for trial.
Ellie?
Oh, God. I'm practically getting a contact high off your breath.
I needed to calm my nerves. Being a defendant is stressful.
Well, being your attorney is stressful. And, you know, I asked you to tone down what you wear for trial. The last thing we need is for a jury to think you look like a drug dealer.
I don't understand. They got Denny Staples for this. Why they gotta keep coming after me?
Because you were in the apartment when the police raided it. And just because a co-defendant pleads guilty doesn't mean they dismiss your case. How many times do I have to explain that?
You sound like you're on their side.
I am on your side. I have been on your side for 9 years, you big dope. Leonard, listen to me. With your point at 20 years. Do you get that? Because I really need you to get that. Who am I talking to here?
We both heard the scream. And when we looked out the window, that's when we saw him.
The victim.
And somebody running away. The man I was with just left. He wanted to get out of the area before the police came.
And what did you do?
I went down the street to check on the guy who got stabbed. And that's when the police came and arrested me, saying I did it.
Okay, Jenny, Mr. Rogers has some conflicts of interest here. You know this.
Yes. The man I was with was his client.
Yeah. And since Mr. Rogers has to look out for his client, he won't tell you to reveal this man's name.
He never told me his name.
Just the same, we have to try to find him.
Bobby,
I'm sorry, Danny. I can't not tell her this.
the reason I came to you...
Jenny, I'm going to talk to Mr. Rogers for a second, and then I'll be back.
I told you what I told you in confidence.
Are you nuts? Of course she has to know this.
In a textbook world, yes.
No, Danny, in this world. She can't be protecting the identity of her alibi. She is up on murder.
Look at it from our side. My client. He has no duty to come forward, no duty to help out getting her a lawyer, so why should he be punished for doing so?
Well, I doubt if he'll get charged for it.
It's not the criminal charges. He's a CEO, married, 4 kids. And by the way, she's underage. He would get charged.
Danny, the girl can't be counseled to conceal her alibi. I know you know this.
She didn't get his name anyway, so...
You know his name.
Attorney-client privilege. I couldn't give it to you if I wanted to.
So you're willing to ignore the rules for one client, but not for the other?
That's not fair. Look, we can debate this all day. Bottom line, we both want to help out that girl. Let's do what we can.
Oh, no, you don't.
You've never done a divorce case. This'll be a good experience.
Oh, sounds like a Lujek. Every Lujek is so I can get experience.
Rebecca, you heard that woman. She wants somebody nasty.
Now, do you think that helps sway me?
How about we do it together? Having you by my side, maybe it'll make me nastier. I didn't mean how that came out. Hey.
Hey, Kendall.
Is my dad here?
I think he's down posting a bond. He should be back in a second.
Okay. You burn. You know that?
Excuse me?
You like movies?
Good ones.
Maybe want to go to the movies sometime? With me?
You mean as friends?
Yeah. Yeah, as friends.
Well, yeah, sure.
Excellent. Mrs. Kepler, this is Rebecca Washington. She's going to do this case with me.
Hi.
Hi. Good. She looks meaner. Much.
Then we entered the residence pursuant to a search warrant.
And what did you discover?
Another subject, Denny Staples, was seated at the kitchen table. On top of the table, right in front of that subject, was a large bag of a white crystalline substance I believe to be cocaine.
Did you discover anything else in that kitchen area?
Yes. Also on the kitchen table, there was a beam scale and numerous empty mini Ziploc baggies. These are items commonly used to package drugs for sale.
Anybody else present in the apartment at that time?
I found Mr. Sowers, the defendant, lying down on a sofa in the living room.
Did you notice anything unusual about the defendant?
Yes. Lying on his chest was a bag of cocaine, packaged in the same plastic packaging material that was recovered from the kitchen table.
And what did you do at that time?
I placed the defendant under arrest, and another officer placed Mr. Staples under arrest in the kitchen. We recovered the seized items, then they were inventoried by Officer Terrell. The suspect narcotics were sent to the crime lab for testing and analysis, which proved positive for cocaine.
Officer Smitko, my client wasn't named in the search warrant you were executing, was he?
No, he wasn't.
In fact, the only person named in the warrant was Denny Staples.
That's right.
And who let you into the apartment that morning?
We entered forcibly.
You broke down the front door.
Correct.
And how many officers were involved with that raid?
8 altogether.
And did you announce your office when you entered?
Yes, we did.
So, the noise of the door being broken down, 8 officers entering, and you're saying Leonard was just lying peacefully on the sofa, a bag of drugs in full view.
He appeared to be passed out.
And did he wake up when you entered?
No. I had to shake him a little to wake him up.
So you don't know if he even knew the drugs were on his chest?
How could he not know?
Well, you didn't see Leonard place the bag on his chest, did you?
No, it was there when I entered.
So isn't it possible that somebody placed it on his chest after he fell asleep?
Anything's possible, but...
You don't know who put it there, do you?
No.
I have no interest in hell, but I'd sooner go there to rot before giving her a penny, not a dime, not a nickel, but a penny more than I have to. Except if she agreed to stick it up her ass. In that case, I'd hold out a silver dollar. Am I being too subtle?
You see, this is what I lived with. All his anger over being short, fat, and witless, he directs towards me.
All my misery I take out on you because you inspire it.
All right, but let's try to be constructive here.
I didn't hire you to be constructive. I hired you to get even.
Could I interject just for a second? We are not talking about a lot of money here, and the division is pretty statutory.
I'm quite happy to give her what she's entitled to as long as she spends that much in legal fees trying to get it.
All right,
Mr.
James.
Kepler, that remark could come back to cost you.
Mr. Belluti, I can understand how someone could represent murderers, rapists. They're human beings, too. Here's a tip. She isn't. Deep down, she's as much of the pig as she looks like on the surface.
I dream of a meat hook running up your rectum. It's the only way I can sleep peaceful.
I'm not comfortable with this dialogue.
I know it had to be around 10:30 because that's when I left the restaurant, which is maybe a mile from there.
Can you tell us what you saw?
Basically, two people arguing. The guy looked kind of heated and the woman was dressed like a prostitute.
As we turned the corner, we saw a woman running in the opposite direction, away from the body.
What did you do then?
I let my partner out to tend to the victim. I then continued my pursuit of the woman. She ran down an alley. I got out and chased her on foot, and eventually I caught up to her. I then placed her under arrest.
Do you see that woman in this courtroom, officer?
I do, the defendant.
You never saw her do anything to the victim?
No, I didn't.
We just saw her run away?
Yes.
And when you caught up to her, did she say anything?
She denied stabbing the man.
See any blood on her clothing?
No.
Find a murder weapon?
No.
Thank you, officer. You have to testify. Why were you seen near the body? Only you can answer that question.
Okay.
Now, look, I'll tell you again, if we could just find this guy you were with.
Mr. Donnell, even if I could find out who this guy is, I don't really want to turn him in. He's helped me by giving me lawyers, paying for them. I'm not about to betray the guy.
Well, that's admirable, Jenny. Are you ready to be convicted of murder?
Mr. Rogers thinks we'll win.
It's close enough to get nervous.
What about calling Rogers to the stand? Let him testify as to the whole situation.
What do you mean?
Rogers can testify his client was with the girl at the time of the murders, but attorney-client privilege prevents him from saying who his client is.
It would be hearsay.
Declaration against interests. The guy was with an underage hooker. My advice is, go to the judge now. This is way too dicey, Bobby, even for you.
Anonymous hearsay?
Is it ethical to try that?
Well, I don't know, but it seems neither of them is looking for anything material. They just want to be satisfied the other is miserable.
I'm not very good at play acting. I couldn't convince my mother to let me stay home from school even when I had a fever.
We could start with Dolores, then do James.
But it means kind of lying to our clients.
Mr. Berluti, we're kind of lying to them anyway, pretending to be sympathetic. They're awful people. Well, it's just an idea. If you think that...
No, let's do it.
What do you mean he asked you out?
He asked me to go to the movies with him.
What did you say?
Well, I meant to say no.
You meant to say no?
I did, yeah. But it just came out sort of... Yes.
What?
Well, he said, let's go as friends. And he's a nice kid, and I thought...
You gotta tell him no, Lucy.
I will. Look, you better be there to talk to him afterwards, because if he's got this big crush, he's gonna be hurt.
He's 11.
Me testify?
Just tell it like it is.
You think Nelson would go for it?
I don't know. He'd ask for some offer of proof. Are you willing to do it?
Well, suppose Gamble then subpoenas my client list. Starts an investigation. Identity isn't privileged.
I think we can make an argument that in this case it should be.
It's risky.
Let's first see how Jenny does on the stand, all right? And then we can make a decision. $20 years?
Yes.
And I'd have to serve it?
Leonard, haven't you been listening to me? Okay, look. Tomorrow, Staples is going to testify. If he does okay... Hey. We haven't lost yet. Come on.
I'm sorry.
All right, come on. This is what we need. You have to go home and sleep. You have to get some rest. We don't want you falling asleep in court anymore.
Okay.
Clean and sober tomorrow, okay? Can you do that, Leonard?
Yeah.
Okay. Denny, I thought you were gonna shave.
I'm a convicted drug dealer, Miss Fred. You really think people are gonna think less of me because I got a beard?
Well, they might think less of you if you look like Charles Manson.
Look, I owned up to the truth and pled guilty to this. How can they be going after Leonard?
Because they are. And you sticking up for him, the way you look, this could hurt us. Denny, you promised that you would shave before they brought you over. What size jacket do you wear?
42 regular.
Pick up, Lucy. For once in your life, do something useful and pick up.
We heard this awful scream.
By we, you mean?
The man I was with.
Client.
Yes.
Do you know who this man is?
No, he was just some businessman. And as soon as we looked out and saw... Well, this man was lying in the street, and somebody was running off, and it was obviously a crime. And my trick, this man, he just wanted to get out of the area before the police came, and so he took off.
And what did you do, Jenny?
I went down the street to help the man. He was bleeding. I was about to put my hand on the wound to try and stop the bleeding, but then I heard the police cars coming, and I suddenly thought, this can't look good for me. They can help him, so then I took off.
But you were caught.
Yeah. But I didn't stab him.
You can't threaten custody. He already has weekends.
Everything's subject to change circumstances. We can refile any time.
What's changed?
My mood. And the presumption goes to the mother, so
Wait a second. Are you using the kids as leverage?
I'll use whatever I have to. You know why, Mrs. Pierce? This isn't about fairness here. It's not about justice. It's about money and hurt. Your client's gonna give till he hurts, or I'll walk into court and call him unfit. He'll not only be short and fat and stupid, he'll be an unfit dad. You ask him how ugly he wants this to be, because with me, there's no limits. If I screw up a few innocent kids along the way, tough. With him as their dad, they're probably screwed up already. Sorry. I had to get tough.
That's okay.
I brought my trimmers, too. I want to neaten his hair.
Are these 42 regular?
I brought one long. They run different. I want to pancake these shadows under your eyes. Then it'll come right off.
I appreciate what you guys are doing for Lenny.
Yeah, well, after all you did for him.
I'm here now, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
You're going to be handsome when I'm done with you.
I'll be out in 7, Cupcake.
Like, seriously. No, thank you.
This client was a businessman.
Yes.
Upon searching you and your apartment that night, the police found only $42 in cash. Do you work for $42?
He hadn't paid me yet.
Your clients don't pay you in advance?
He was about to pay me.
This businessman?
Yes.
Could you describe what he looks like, this businessman?
He was kind of tall, brown hair.
How old?
I think around 40 or something.
What color eyes?
I think blue.
When the police questioned you that first night, why didn't you tell them about this businessman?
Well, I didn't want to be arrested for prostitution.
So you lied to avoid arrest?
Yeah.
You lie when you have to?
Objection.
Sustained.
You say this businessman was 40-ish with brown eyes.
Yes.
See, actually, you said his hair was brown. His eyes were blue. What color were they? I'll give you 2 out of 3.
Objection.
Overruled.
What color were his eyes?
Blue.
And you never heard from this businessman again?
No.
When the police first apprehended you, you said you didn't stab him.
Yes.
How do you know he was stabbed?
Well, he looked like he was stabbed.
You didn't see him get stabbed?
No.
You didn't see a knife when you got to the body?
No.
So in the heat of the moment, you just happened to guess correctly?
Objection.
Withdrawn, that's all.
That didn't go well. You seem to be hiding something.
You were a little hesitant, Jenny.
I was scared. Look, you know I'm telling the truth.
Well, I don't think the jury does. Danny, I want to put you up there. We have to now.
You think the judge will allow it?
If he doesn't, we move for a mistrial. You got to get on the stand and tell them about this client. They'll fight it with hearsay, but we have to try. Without your testimony, I don't like the chances.
I think I'll lose a meal ticket. But okay. What's up?
Well, I was just, wondering about this movie we're supposed to go to. Yeah, even though we say as friends, well, what exactly are you thinking?
I don't know. Go to a movie talking stuff.
Not like boyfriend and girlfriend stuff, right? Is that what you were thinking, Kendall?
No.
Hey, Kendall. I think you're a really great kid. I really do.
I gotta go. All right?
I heard.
Now you gotta talk to him, Eugene.
The drugs were mine, not Leonard's.
Did Leonard have any part in the packaging or sale of the drugs?
No. Well, he uses from time to time, but he doesn't deal.
The single bag the police say they found on his chest, had he bought that from you?
No. He was asleep the entire time I was doing my business in the kitchen. And when he passed out, there were no drugs on his chest.
Doing business?
A few people stopped by.
And where were these people when the police arrived?
They left about 10 minutes before the cops came busting in.
Well, is it possible that Leonard could have had the bag of drugs on him the whole time and you just didn't know about it?
No. I saw him when he passed out and it wasn't there. If one of the other guys that came by earlier wanted to drop it on him, think he's doing him a favor, maybe. I don't know.
But if you weren't in the living room at the time the other people walked through, it's entirely possible that Mr. Sowers woke up long enough to ask somebody for the drugs.
I would have heard that. The living room is right off the kitchen.
And these other people who stopped by, they were your customers?
Yes.
And you're testifying to all this out of the goodness of your heart?
I'm up here doing this because Leonard is innocent. He doesn't sell drugs.
This is yet another Bobby Donald's stunt.
It's not a stunt.
You want to call him as a witness?
Yes, if she needs time to prepare...
He represents her.
I know it's out there, Helen,
Out
but...
there?
Look, the truth is being sealed up inside attorney-client privilege.
Which never should have happened. Mr. Rogers, for you to take this case is gross malpractice. It's grounds for disbarment.
Everything that was done here was done to help this girl get a better defense.
I don't care.
Look, at this point...
And you're no better. You should have reported this.
I learned what I learned through privilege.
Then you should have declined to step in.
Whatever mistakes have been made, we can't let them prejudice the defendant. He should be able to testify.
Both of you look at me. I like things clean and orderly. I don't like mess. I hate mess. You've made a big mess here. After this trial is over, you might find yourselves in one of your very own.
The drugs were found right on him. But he didn't know they were there, did he? He was asleep. And somebody else just dropped that cocaine on his chest. And hey, we had his friend's word, too. Another drug dealer serving time. One pusher vouching for the other. I love loyalty. Who are we kidding?
For the record, nothing the state has put into evidence shows that Leonard Sowers knowingly possessed drugs. He was a guest in the home of Denny Staples, who told you those drugs were his, and in fact, pled guilty for possessing them. As for the bag that was lying on his chest, he testified that he did not know how it got there, and the state never proved how it got there. But hey, why believe this guy? I suppose it's easy not to. When his pager went off during trial, didn't we all think drug dealer? And we see how he looks, half in the bag. If he's on drugs, he'd probably sell them. And even if he doesn't, so what? He's a druggie. What's the big deal locking him up? And you know what? As his lawyer, and as someone who cares about him, and I do, I've been thinking maybe prison's the best thing for him. It'll help him go straight. Because at the rate he's headed, he's going to end up dead. He might be better off in jail. Only problem? That's not how this works. He should only be found guilty if he did the crime. And he didn't, and they can't prove he did. As a matter of law, the state did not make their burden, and that is all there is to it. Actually, that's not all there is to it. The reason I do this job, there are people out there who don't catch many breaks. And the business of law is pretty much like any other. You're going to get what you pay for. And, well, a drug addict, he's not going to get all that much. And that's too bad. Especially when underneath the glassy eyes and the disheveled appearance, there's a good man. Especially when underneath all that visible wreckage, there's an innocent man. I don't have any illusions about getting you to care about Leonard. I only ask that when you go back into that room, please do not be distracted from your job by the fact that you don't care.
It's not fair. She deserves a lot more than...
It's not gonna happen, and you know why. Unfitness runs both ways. You don't think we'll go after her? Think again, Tubby.
Hey, you listen.
No, you! The best interest of the kids is for this fight to be over. Your client knows that. That's why she'll take this settlement, even if it means getting less money.
You think you're gonna just steamroll?
Here's the deal, Mr. Belluti. Call me when you sign off. Come on, James.
Gee, she seems so peaceful.
Yeah, well...
Wait an hour, then call.
Got it.
What was that?
Well, we kind of fake these meetings.
Excuse me?
Both clients wanted satisfaction that they were getting beaten up, so we gave it to them for a cheaper price than if they got it for real.
Wait a second. You and this lawyer...
Play acting.
Well, you can't do that.
Beck, the property settlement was statutory. The amount was going to be fixed. They were both looking for psychological victories. They both got them.
Jimmy, you're a lawyer, not a psychologist.
Well, sometimes we got to be both. You'll learn this. Winning is good. Making the client think he won, better.
He hired me to defend her, I guess, out of conscience.
Who is this man?
That I can't tell you.
Can you explain why?
He told me in an attorney-client relationship that precludes me from divulging his identity.
Well, this is probably hard for the jury to grasp, and I'd like to ask some questions that perhaps they might have. You went forward to help this young woman because you believed you could offer a better defense than the public defender.
Yes.
And yet you would agree the best possible defense that Jenny could get would be for your other client to come forward and back up her alibi, right?
Yes, but that wasn't going to happen.
Well, suppose the public defender hired investigators and somehow tracked down his identity. He could have subpoenaed him and made it happen, right?
Yes, but I guess I didn't consider that too likely. Public defenders are overworked as it is.
Excuse me, but the public defenders I know are not only pretty good, but they tend to try their best, especially for murder trials. Mr. Rogers, did you take this case because your client feared being tracked down?
I beg your pardon?
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Who better than the girl's lawyer could guarantee that this man doesn't get found out?
That's not what happened. And I'll assume you're asking what you think could be a juror's question, because I know you know that didn't happen.
I do know. Because I also have the benefit of knowing you personally. If there's a more honorable lawyer, I haven't met him.
Objection, assuming facts very much not in evidence.
Sustained. My problem, Danny, knowing you as well as I do, I can't believe that you wouldn't fork over this guy's name, even if it means losing a meal ticket.
I couldn't. Attorney-client
privilege, yes, but balanced against this woman being wrongly convicted of murder, the Daniel Rogers I know would reveal the name of the alibi witness.
Well, I guess you don't know me as well as you thought.
Or I don't know the true stakes. It was you with Jenny Raines that night, wasn't it?
What?
I'm sorry to sandbag you here, but I couldn't let this go.
What are you talking about?
And I wasn't my next question, okay? Don't say anything yet. I apologize for doing this to you on the stand, but I needed the threat of perjury. Plus, I know how you value that oath to tell the truth. I know your conscience, Danny. It's that conscience that made you come forward to help Jenny in the first place. I'll ask one more time. A lie will hurt her and you. You were the man she was with. You both heard the scream. You both looked out the window. That's the truth, isn't it?
Please answer the question, Mr. Rogers.
I'm going to assert my Fifth Amendment right and refuse to answer. On the grounds that I might incriminate myself.
The charges are completely dropped.
Yeah. Sometimes even the DAs can do the right thing.
I heard that. There are conditions.
Foster care program, counseling. All stuff I think is good. Can you give us a sec?
Yeah.
Thanks.
How did you know?
I just suddenly figured.
Does he know I really didn't tell you anything?
He does now. Jenny, how could you sit on the truth and risk jail?
He came forward to help me, Mr. Donnell. And he said if I got convicted, he'd tell. And I believed him.
You're a little too trusting for a person in your line of work. You ever think about changing careers?
Will the defendant please rise? Madam Foreperson, the jury has reached a verdict.
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
Commonwealth versus Leonard Sowers. On the count of possession of a controlled substance with intent to deliver, we find the defendant, Leonard Sowers, not guilty. Yes! On the count of possession of a controlled substance, we find the defendant, Leonard Sowers, not guilty.
The jury is dismissed with the thanks of the court.
You did it.
We're adjourned.
It means nothing, Leonard, if you don't get help.
I know.
You keep saying it, but you need to do it. Will you let me help you do it?
Why?
Because if you don't...
No, I mean, why do you care so much? I'm just... Why?
I like you, Leonard. It's not every day you get to meet good people.
Yes, I know.
I'm sorry.
You did what you had to do.
And I know that eventually you would, too. That's why I took the chance.
I didn't come back to represent her just to protect me. I really thought I could help her.
I know.
I guess I better go talk to my wife.
I am sorry.
I owe you a thank you for doing what needed to be done. In the end, you were always stronger than me.
Still unethical. Even if you basically give the client what she wants.
At half the cost.
Yes, at half the cost. Not telling her what you're up to.
You know what your problem is, Beck?
I mean?
You hold what we do up on some pedestal, like it's some big thing.
And isn't it?
Sometimes it is.
Well, maybe with experience, one day I'll learn to be as simple as the job.
That was one of those ironic comments. I'm not going to analyze it.
I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Sunshiny day. A bright, sunshiny day. Bright, sunshiny day. Oh, yes, it will.
Hello.
Hey, Rabbi. He's in his office. He can go right in.
Rabbi, I just got off the phone with the DA. They won't be putting the girl's treating doctor up there. That's good news.
It is.
Probably means there's nothing conclusive he could say. It brings it down to her word against yours.
I see. Eugene, would you mind meeting with my board?
Your board?
At the temple. They are paying the legal fees and...
Why do they want to meet?
They'd like an assessment of the case. They're no doubt worried about damage control. If the synagogue's rabbi is convicted of rape, I'm sure they'll want to be prepared.
How do you feel about me meeting with them?
I'm okay with it. They've stuck by me, so... How are you assessing the case?
It's he said, she said, Rabbi. You two were the only witnesses. You two and God. You might want to convey that to your congregation, because if they really plan to turn out to support you, they better get there early.
I can't testify, Mr. Young.
Excuse me?
And the truth here, it could be very damning.
I thought you said you were innocent.
I am. I didn't rape her. But the sex, it may be... It was a little forcible.
Forcible?
It was consensual. But...
Forcible? Why don't you tell me exactly what happened?
We had been having a relationship, and it was ending, at her urging. It was the second time she had come to my office for the purpose of breaking it off. The first time there were tears on both sides, and anger. We had an argument, which led, ultimately, to a rather passionate session of lovemaking, followed by a mutual decision to continue the relationship. That was the first time. This time, again, she came to break it off. Again, we argued. And again, we began to kiss, fondle. At which point, she reiterated it was wrong. But, Mr. Young, she was the kind of person who liked sex more when it was, well... And it was my belief the purpose of these breakups. It was to occasion my rage, because it excited her. The sex was of a slightly forcible nature, even though I remain absolutely convinced it was not only to her liking, but exactly what she wanted.
The jury cannot hear that story.
Tell me about it.
So he's guilty, rabbi rapist.
In his mind, he thinks she consented.
You know, there are thousands and thousands of model rabbis out there. Why is it the ones that come in here are all criminals?
Because we're criminal defense attorneys, Eleanor.
Look, you haven't lost, Eugene. Their case is only her word. You cross her good, you got reasonable doubt.
You want somebody to second chair?
No. Girl's 23. I don't want the jury to see an army going against her. But strategy's changed a little. I could use some leg work, chase down some old boyfriends. Jimmy?
Whatever you need.
Thank you for meeting with us.
No problem.
Obviously, this matter is of significant concern to the synagogue. And let me preface my remarks by representing...
Enough with the prefaces. A man works on an hourly. We pay for your prefaces.
Sam.
Never mind. We're all busy people here. Say what you have to say. He's so damn worried all the time about being delicate. Forgive me, Rabbi.
It's all right, Sam.
Well, the fact of the matter is, it is delicate. It goes without saying. The sordidness of a trial would be very unfortunate for this synagogue. We're anticipating a civil suit as well, since the event in question took place in the rabbi's office. She's already hired an attorney who's made overtures.
The whole thing is a setup for a civil suit. The girl is a liar. She's looking for money. As much as we object on principle, we'll give it to her so long as it buys her silence. On the criminal suit as well.
You can't do that.
Technically, no. Of course not. But rape victims change their minds about testifying all the time.
Well, why not just approach the girl on your own?
Because I would assume that the threat of cross-examination at the criminal trial would factor into any negotiation. You are the only one who can make that threat.
As well as make good on it.
What you're asking me to do is illegal.
The legality turns on the execution. Let's cut to it. The man is an enormously popular rabbi, central to our fundraising. We do not want that girl telling her story in a courtroom or any other public venue. We have a settlement fund.
I can't bribe a witness in a criminal prosecution.
Don't be naive with me, Mr. Young. You know exactly what you can do. You know what you can't. You're the man's defense attorney. You have a duty to explore every option.
I don't like this one.
Why? Where's your concern? If it lies with Rabbi Jacobs, you do it because it may spare him criminal prosecution. If it lies with you, again, we are not asking you to do anything that you cannot find a way to do legally. If it lies with a girl, well, if this goes to trial, we all know what you'll be doing to the girl. Don't we, Mr. Young?
Please. I apologize for Stewart. The skills needed to be a board president differ from those needed to be a rabbi.
You're the one charged with rape.
And you now consider me guilty, don't you?
I think if you tell your story, you'll get convicted. Does the board know your story?
No. I told them it was consensual, which I maintain it was. I don't think they need to know more. Eugene, you just said if I testify, I'll be convicted. What if I don't testify?
I don't like your chances.
So could you at least meet with her civil attorney?
I'm not comfortable with this at all.
Neither am I. But see, a man's freedom is on the line here. His life, even. This is a very beloved rabbi.
I thought you couldn't do this in rape cases. Dig up old boyfriends of the victim. I thought there were laws against putting the victim on trial.
We don't plan to do that.
I'll tell you this. Terry is not a liar. She's not going to make something like this up. If she says she was raped, then I believe she was.
It's possible there was a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? About a rape?
We got some information. Ms. Reynolds, maybe she liked sex on the rougher side.
Are you suggesting maybe she wanted to be raped?
No. I'm suggesting rough sex. He thought she liked that. Would it be possible for him to think that?
Can I help you?
We're here to see Eugene Young.
Scott, hi.
Hi, Eugene.
This should be you and me alone. I don't really think I should have contact with,
Okay.
We can go in the conference room. Lucy.
Sure.
I'll just be a few minutes.
Okay.
Can I get you some coffee or something?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thanks for coming in. I'm a little suspect of the timing, Eugene. A day before the criminal trial gets underway.
This is only about the civil litigation. Let's be clear on that.
Okay.
We're offering $1.2 million sealed, no admission of liability, conditioned on a complete and total gag agreement. If she ever tells her story in any public forum, the deal is off.
What about her testimony at the criminal trial?
Look, I'm only talking about the civil litigation.
I understand, but if she testifies at the criminal trial, her story would then get out.
Right. I hadn't thought of that. The offer would be revoked, I guess.
You hadn't thought of that?
Look, I'm not asking you to advise your client on the criminal trial, but me and you, off the record, doesn't leave the room?
Go ahead.
Young black woman up against a respected rabbi. No witnesses.
Vaginal bruising.
Inconclusive. They're not even calling the doctor up. Plus, there's some evidence she likes it a little rough.
What?
We talked to some old boyfriends and...
Rape shield, Eugene.
Rape shield goes to putting the victim's character on trial. This goes to a how issue. I think I can get around rape shield and...
Eugene, this is
Scott,
absolutely...
listen. This is going to be one ugly, mean trial where she could come out with nothing more than a nightmare. Now, there's more than $1 million on the table.
If she suddenly changes her mind about testifying, they'll just subpoena her.
Maybe. Maybe not. Go talk to her.
What's going on?
They're in my office discussing the offer.
Which offer could get you disbarred?
I was careful I didn't cross the line.
Are you sure? Because if she suddenly tells the DA she doesn't want to prosecute, we can expect a SWAT team to show up here.
I walked the line.
Your offer is rejected. She was raped, and she's not going to pretend otherwise, even for $1 million. Now, I'm going to bring her through. I don't want you speaking to her.
I wasn't planning to.
So I guess the theory she's trying to get some money, that's shot?
It can still be argued. The jury won't know anything about this offer. Settlement discussions are inadmissible.
Can you still argue it knowing it isn't true?
We don't know anything, Rebecca. It could be she turned down $1 million because she's looking for $2 million. We don't know anything.
One boyfriend said she liked to get a little physical. He didn't use the word rough.
What about the other boyfriend? There were 2 names.
He threatened to call the police if I didn't leave.
Well, I got something anyway. I'm due at a pretrial.
You sure you don't want to back up?
I'm fine. They're bringing in a hired gun DA. We've been up against him before. He's tough.
Any good news?
Well, actually, yes. I just came from the pretrial conference. I told the judge if they introduce any evidence of vaginal bruising, that we'd be offering evidence of her sexual preferences. They tried to get it excluded on the rape shield. The judge said he might hear it depending on our offer of proof. Bottom line, I don't think the DA will go near the medicals. It was inconclusive to begin with. That's good.
Are we ready, Mr. Young?
We're ready.
Get away from me. You trying to bribe my sister, counsel? Okay, let's go. You rape her, then you buy her off. That's what you think? Let's go.
We had first met at a drug counseling center where we both volunteered. We became friends. We'd get coffee sometimes after work.
And at some point you became more than friends.
Yes. After a few months, he asked me to go to a movie. We talked about movies a lot, so one time he asked if I'd join him. I said, half joking, people will think we're dating. And then he asked, actually, he said that he would like that, to date.
And your response?
I said, hello, you're old enough to be my father's minister. More and more, I don't know. I became infatuated. At first I thought just with his wisdom, but then with him. And by 6 months, we were dating.
Was the relationship physical?
Yes, and it was passionate.
But at some point, things changed.
I met somebody my own age, and I fell in love with him.
Did you tell this to Rabbi Jacobs?
Yes. I went to his office, and by this time, I know he was very much in love with me.
Objection. Overruled.
How did you know this?
He told me many times. Plus, he seemed to be becoming more obsessive.
Objection. Overruled.
How did he seem more obsessive?
Well, he would want to see me more and more often, and he'd call sometimes 3 times a day.
Turning your attention back to that night.
Yes, I went to his office to tell him. It had to be over. He became enraged. We started shouting at one another.
You were yelling as well?
Oh, yes. I had some issues. But when I made it clear I was really leaving, he just grabbed me. And he said something like, "Stop the game."
Stop the game?
He thought that I was trying to work him up into some anger. Because he thought that I thought it made him a better lover. It was ridiculous.
When you say he grabbed you?
By the arms. I said, "Let go of me," but he wouldn't. He starts forcing his tongue into my mouth. I told him no. Then he pushed me onto the ground. And he's pushing my dress up.
Were you trying to get away?
Yes. I'm telling him to get off. Then he has me by the wrists, and he's using his knees to push my thighs apart. And then he was in me. He was pushing himself inside of me.
Did you yell for help?
I don't really remember. All I remember thinking, my God, this is one of the kindest, most gentle people I've ever met. And I'm being raped by him. The man was raping me.
Okay, I gotta pick that testimony apart. Where was she wrong?
I don't believe she was. I mean, in her mind, I assume that's what happened. But she didn't scream, Mr. Young. She didn't say, "Get off me." She said things like, "This is wrong, don't do this."
The difference in your mind being?
For much of our history, in the throes of making love, we would both say things like that. "We shouldn't be doing this. What are we doing?" We went to the head versus heart conflict. If you see it in a movie, it's romantic even.
Well, this is no movie, and it's not coming off romantic.
I didn't rape her, Mr. Young. It is possible that she really didn't want to make love and that I was wrong, but we talked after. And when she was saying it was wrong, she was saying we shouldn't have done that. Not you, we. And she didn't run out. I can't believe this is happening.
So why not just have him tell his story?
I thought she really wanted it. Resisting was part of the game. He'll be convicted before he gets out of the chair.
So what are you gonna do?
I'll just have to go at her. Whack her credibility. What?
She told the truth. You pretty much know she told the truth, and you're gonna get up tomorrow and do everything you can to make her look like a liar.
I don't have much choice.
How about she's entitled to her story? He's entitled to his. Let the jury decide. Do you even see the perversity of what you're about to do?
Look, we haven't done it for once. If we're going to fight, can we at least argue about something new? Why does it always have to be about what I do?
Do you take stock of what you do?
I don't get to take stock of it. Not on a case-by-case basis. I have a client charged with a crime. I take stock of the best way to prevent his getting convicted of that crime. Here is simple. Attack the credibility of the eyewitness.
A good man would quit before doing what you're about to do.
I'm sorry, it's true. She's 23 years old. She was raped by a rabbi.
Could you keep your voice down?
Do you have any idea how hard it must have been for her to come forward? Now she's about to be brutalized in a witness.
I'm not going to brutalize anybody.
Of course you are. If you think that's the best way to prevent a conviction, that's exactly what you do. And I'm telling you, a good man would quit first.
I think it would be nice to go to dinner. We go out and you start. You start right back in again. You come and I'm a defense attorney,
you don't
Sharon.
have a choice. You have a choice.
And what's my choice? Quit my job? And do what? Do what? And here's a flash. I'm well respected in that courtroom. You know why? Because I'm good. A judge sees Eugene Young walk into his court. He knows a good lawyer's in the room. Now, I may not get respect from you, but I get it from them, and I get it in that room.
Is that why you asked me out to dinner tonight? To get my respect?
I asked you out because... You think these cases are easy for me, Sharon? Sometimes are harder than others to be alone. That's what... Let's just eat.
I remember the day you graduated from law school. The smile on your face. The plans in your heart. You remember that day, Eugene? We danced all night. When was the last time you danced? It's not just that you don't have the time anymore. There's no dance in you anymore.
You're beginning to rot a little inside. Maybe they don't tell you that at work. Maybe they don't see it, but I see it. I know the man I fell so in love with. I remember the why you became a lawyer. The plans in your heart.
Can we please just eat?
Sure.
Mr. Young. Ms. Reynolds, my name is Eugene Young. I represent the defendant.
Yes, I know who you are.
A lot of people in this room. Stakes are high, I guess. A respected rabbi is faced with losing his freedom, his whole life, on the word of one witness, you. So I need to ask you some questions. Are you a person of your word, Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Do you consider yourself an honorable person?
Objection.
That's an unfair question. A defendant is allowed to confront his accuser, but the question as to whether the accuser is honorable, that's off limits?
Counsel is trying to intimidate the witness.
All right. Mr. Bullock, I'll give defense counsel some latitude here. Mr. Young, do not abuse it.
The question was, do you consider yourself an honorable person?
Yes, I do.
You honest with people?
I believe I am.
In the 11 months you were romantically involved with my client, you ever tell anybody?
Did I ever tell anybody?
Yes. Your parents, your brothers, best friend. Did you ever tell anybody you were seeing Rabbi Jacobs?
No, because if it ever came out, it would have meant his losing his synagogue.
Did you ever conceal it from anybody? Ever say, like, you were going to the movies with friends, and in actuality, you were going to see my client? Did you ever say anything like that?
I'm sure I did.
That would be a lie, wouldn't it, Miss Reynolds?
I don't deny concealing the affair. So did he.
What about this young man you say you fell in love with? When you first began dating him, did you tell him that you were in a relationship with somebody else?
No, I didn't tell him.
That's one of the bigger lies, isn't it? To be involved with two different people at the
Your
same
Honor,
time.
if he's going to go this far off, I think
a witness, by taking the stand, puts her reputation for truth in issue.
I'm going to rein you in, Mr. Young. You made your point.
Miss Reynolds, you say you met my client at a drug counseling program in which you both were volunteers. Truth is, you knew of him before then, correct?
Yes.
In fact, one of the reasons you went there to volunteer was because Rabbi Jacobs was there and you wanted to meet him.
Yes, I don't deny that. He's a pretty famous rabbi, and I knew people who knew him, and I wanted to meet him.
Well, that isn't quite the impression you gave the jury. From your direct testimony, it seemed like you happened to meet him at a place you both worked. When the truth is, you went to this place motivated to meet him. That's what really happened, right?
I suppose.
Your Honor, with this room being so crowded, it's kind of hot. With the court's permission, I'd like to take off my jacket.
Permission granted.
Are you comfortable, Miss Reynolds?
I'm fine.
Because this may take a while.
How's it going? He's just getting started. He's going to town, Bobby. He's got that look in his eye.
Did you ever tell my client you wanted to be wealthy?
Doesn't everybody?
Did you ever say to him that you'd have to marry money? Since you had 2 years junior college, it was unlikely that you'd ever have the kind of career that would make you rich. Did you say something like that?
I certainly never said that I would marry somebody just for money.
Did you say for you ever to be rich that you would have to marry into money?
You're taking that out of context.
The question simply is, did you say it?
Yes, I may have said that once.
Thank you. By the way, this new boyfriend of yours...
We're not together anymore.
Thank you. That wasn't my question. Was he from a wealthy family?
That wasn't the reason I fell in love with him.
I'll take that as a yes. Wealthy family.
I really have to object. What does any of this have to do with the rape?
I'll get there if you let me.
Speed it up.
You wanted to marry my client, didn't you, Miss Reynolds?
There was a time I did.
And you were frustrated over the whole intermarriage issue. As you previously testified, you two even fought about it, isn't that right?
Yes.
And you said while this alleged rape was taking place, you don't remember screaming. Truth is, you didn't scream, isn't that right?
I don't remember screaming. That was my testimony.
Well, there were other people working in the building, none of whom heard you scream. Wouldn't it be more probable than not that you didn't scream? Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose.
And you said that he had your hands pinned with his hands. How did he get himself inside of you?
He then freed one of his hands to, I guess, guide himself.
So you had a hand free?
Well, he still had me kind of pinned with his shoulder.
His shoulder? This is the first I'm hearing of a shoulder. Your police statement, the statement to the doctor, even your direct testimony, you never made mention of a shoulder.
He had me pinned using his hands. Then he released with one hand and pushed down with his shoulder.
How'd he get your underwear off?
I wasn't wearing underwear.
You weren't wearing underwear.
Well, I had this rather thin knit dress and the panty line show. And...
You went there to break up with him, but you didn't want your panty line to show?
Objection.
Withdrawn. After you finished having sexual relations with
It was
Heidi,
a rape. It wasn't sexual relations.
After it was over, what you do then?
I went home.
You didn't run out of the room? Or did the two of you talk?
We talked. I told him what he did was wrong, that he raped me, and then I left.
So you didn't run out of the building?
No.
And you went home?
Yes.
Did you call the police?
Not at first, because I thought, who's ever going to believe me? My word against his.
Why wouldn't you think your word would count for anything, Miss Reynolds? Is there something wrong with your word?
No, there isn't.
Did you ever go to a doctor for an examination?
Yes.
He find any bruising on your wrists?
No, but...
He find any bruising on your thighs where my client supposedly pushed against you with his knee?
No. I didn't have any bruises there.
Did you leave any marks on Rabbi Jacobs?
Did I leave any marks?
Well, you had a hand free. Did you scratch him or hit him? Anything?
No.
You didn't do any of those things?
I just tried to push him off.
Oh, this wasn't a rape, was it, Miss Reynolds?
Yes, it was.
You were angry at my client for refusing to consider marrying you, weren't you?
As I said, we fought
This is payback time, isn't it, Miss Reynolds?
What? Objection.
Have you hired a civil attorney to sue both the rabbi and the temple?
Objection.
Goes to motive?
I'll allow it.
Is that your attorney sitting right there, Miss Reynolds?
Yes.
He's representing you in a lawsuit against the temple.
You know this isn't about money.
Move to strike, non-responsive.
Sustained.
Did you once date a man named Michael Anderson?
Yes.
You ended that relationship?
Yes.
Was one of the reasons his lack of career ambition?
I told him that, yes, as indeed...
Thank you. You answered the question.
There were a lot of different reasons.
You answered the question. Is this a picture of you in your high school yearbook?
Yes.
Could you read the caption under life goals?
To be rich, to be happy, to travel.
Do you have a friend by the name of Susan Levine?
Yes.
In fact, you told her about your relationship with Rabbi Jacobs, didn't you?
Oh, I did tell her at the very beginning. I forgot. It was under another context. It was when we first started
So
seeing...
you did tell somebody else about it? That previous statement under oath, that was a lie.
It was a mistake.
Got it. I guess mistakes happen. Is that the only mistake so far in your testimony?
Yes.
Lucky I caught it, I guess. I'm done for now.
Miss Reynolds, when you went to the doctor, did he find any bruising?
Yes. He found some vaginal bruising.
Thank you.
Did the doctor find that bruising to be conclusive of non-consensual intercourse?
No.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth would like to call one more witness who is not on our lists.
Objection.
Sheila Keenan. 3 years ago, she was raped by Rabbi Jacobs. There was an out-of-court settlement coupled with an agreement for her to keep silent. I would like to call her to rehabilitate Ms. Reynolds' testimony.
Mr. Young. Mr. Young.
Your Honor, prior bad acts in a criminal case, that's not even close to being admissible.
I will be offering to show pattern.
What pattern? 2? Even if 2 made a pattern...
May I finish?
We don't need to hear you finish. That witness would be so prejudiced.
I understand you don't like this, but that does not mean that...
I don't like it either, Mr. Bullock. The only thing we'd accomplish by bringing in that witness is a guaranteed appeal. Even if you got a conviction, you'd just be overturned.
Not necessarily. If we limit the scope of the questions, there's no...
No chance. Is that it? Good. We close tomorrow afternoon.
You weren't going to tell me that little detail?
Pursuant to the court settlement, she's not allowed to speak to anybody.
You were allowed to tell me. You left that out?
I didn't rape her either. Things just got out of control.
How much did you pay this Keenan woman?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
The synagogue handled it.
Next on the agenda is... Guess I am naive after all, Mr. Lewis. I didn't think it was board business to buy off rape victims. How deep does that fund go, Mr. Lewis?
Now, hold on.
No, you hold on. I'm sure he's a good rabbi. Fills the seats, generates a good cash flow. You get to use the best wood for your pews, build the fanciest temple in town, and when he commits a crime or two, you can pay top dollar to get him off. But here's what you don't know.
Mr. Young.
Shh. I'm talking now. When it's me you hire, you tell me the truth. You tell me everything you think I might want to know. You hide facts from me, I quit. You got that? You understand me?
Are you finished? I'm an attorney myself, Mr. Young, so please don't lecture me. When you take on a case, you take on a duty. You have no rights bestowed upon you. The client has no obligation to tell you anything. What he decides to tell you is his choice alone. You take what he gives you and you make the best of it. We gave you your hand, Mr. Young. You've played it very nicely. And don't barge in here threatening to quit because the judge would never let you out.
I could quit just the same and take the contempt finding.
It's not your character to quit. You don't think we bothered to check you out? Now, please, go tend to your closing argument. From where I sit, this whole trial comes down to summations, and I guarantee you, Gavin Bullock is working on his.
Mr. Young.
When this trial began, I think a lot of people wanted to believe Terry Reynolds for two reasons. First, it's become kind of a pastime in this country to watch people fall from high places. It's almost as if it's a spectator sport as far as the media goes. And here, you have one of the most respected rabbis in New England. A rabbi's rabbi, if you will. For him to be accused of rape, there's just something delicious about that, isn't there? Second, there's something so seemingly innocent about Terry Reynolds and good. And good people don't make up lies like this. We all want to believe that. I want to believe it. She could be your daughter, your sister. She's just not going to make something like this up. Well, I'm not going to stand up here and tell you I know Terry Reynolds. I don't. Neither does the district attorney. He doesn't know her, nor do any of you. All you get to do here is weigh her credibility. And here's what the evidence tells you about that. And by evidence, I mean her very own testimony. She is a woman who admittedly wants to be wealthy, going all the way back to high school, where she listed as a life goal to be rich. She's a woman who wanted to marry my client, testified she was angry with him. Well, one way to punish him and to get rich at the same time, cry rape. She's already got the civil attorney in place. A criminal conviction here. That's money in the bank, isn't it? The evidence on her truthfulness. She's in love with one man, but doesn't tell him, by the way, I'm seeing somebody else. She testified that she didn't tell anybody about her relationship with Rabbi Jacobs. And then when confronted with the truth about telling a friend, she says, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Is she truthful? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know her. Neither do any of you. What about the facts of the case itself? She's being raped. She doesn't scream. No screams, no bruises, no calling the police, no fleeing the scene. Does this sound like a rape to you? Would she make it up after as a scheme just to get rich? I don't know. As I said, a part of us wants to believe her, but when we examine the facts, can we? I don't know. I don't know her. In fact, if there's one uncontroverted truth that we can be certain about, it's that none of us here knows her. That we know. That, and that she wants to be rich.
It's not easy being a rape victim these days. Because the trial system, it's no longer about arriving at the truth. Believe it or not, that used to be the idea. It's about winning and losing. Now, I'm here to win, I admit it, and so is defense counsel. Winning means that if you don't have the facts, You attack the one who does. This is why Mr. Young has focused himself on getting Terry Reynolds. He can't offer any testimonial or physical evidence to dispute what she says, so he'll just get her. We're talking about a rape, ladies and gentlemen, and he's dredging up her high school yearbook. We're talking about a man physically forcing himself inside a young woman, and he's serving up her career ambitions? He has no defense. He put on no defense. He chose instead to rape her, again, in this courtroom, and he's asked you to be a part of it. Now, this has got to stop. She was raped, for God's sake. He pinned her to the ground and performed a vile act of violence against her. That is her testimony, and it goes uncontradicted. You listened to her. Did she sound like a liar? Did she seem like someone who was only looking for money? Defense counsel is right about one thing. We offer only her word. But it's a good word, ladies and gentlemen. They put up nothing to contradict it because she was raped. It happened. How dare he put her on trial in this room? Maybe the time has come to put some of these kinds of defense tactics on trial.
3 times he did it. 3.
I did no such thing.
Oh, come on. He says we can't offer testimonial evidence. He says the rapist gets to sit quietly in his chair. He says we put on no defense.
You didn't.
He was commenting on the defendant not testifying, which he isn't allowed to do.
I am allowed to say you put on no defense.
All right. It's grounds for a mistrial.
You want a mistrial?
I want a stronger instruction than the one you gave.
Come on. I gave an instruction. If I gave it any stronger, I'd have been hanging out a flag.
Attacking me in your closing? What the hell was that? What the hell gives you the right to claim any moral superiority over me? Who gave you that?
What are you talking about?
You know damn well what I'm talking about.
Counsel, I think you're overreacting here. Maybe you should take a walk around the building just to sort out what it is that's got you this angry.
I know what got me this angry. He argued that my client didn't testify.
He came close to doing that. I don't believe he crossed the line. I believe I protected you with an instruction. You made your objection on the record. You've preserved it for appeal. What else are you asking for?
Jury has a verdict.
Will the defendant please rise? Madam Foreperson, you've reached a unanimous verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
What say you?
In the matter of the Commonwealth versus Richard Jacobs, on the charge of aggravated rape, we find the defendant, Richard Jacobs, not guilty.
Oh, dear God. Thank you, Mr. Young. Thank you.
Don't date, Rabbi.
What are you doing? I was coming for you, not him. Not him, for you. Come on. Come on.
Money was the motivating factor for her.
The jury reached its decision. We satisfied justice.
There's some speculation that she was trying to get pregnant. Do you have an opinion on that?
No.
Mr. Young, what about Rabbi Jacobs?
Get out of my way! Jury brought him already come in. Jury brought him in. No estimate. She had no comment. Private car.
What about the congregation and Rabbi Jacobs?
Thanks.
Yeah. Congratulations, I guess.
What are you doing down here, Sharon? Trying to get custody again or something?
I thought you might want some company. Dinner, maybe.
Yeah. That would be good.